Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. This is the daily update from the Ukrainian front. It's a summary of whatever happened over there in the past 24 hours. It's the evening update of the Ukraine's defense ministry, and they do it two times, one time in the morning at 6 o'clock a.m. Kiev's time, and one time at about 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock p.m. Kiev time. So right now here is 5 somethings, 5 p.m. or so. Over there is what is 5:35, let's say. So over there is about I would say 2 o'clock, about 2 o'clock a.m. So what I'm reading right now occurred a few hours ago, and we have the time actually on this little article. So this is a summary of the developments in the Ukrainian front coming from the Ukrainians. So put your little filters, the Ukrainian filters, because we're going to deal with whatever they say. If it's a Russian article, put your Russian filters. So let's get it on. So this article comes from actually Ukrinform, right here on the bottom, Ukrinform, but through MENA FN. I don't know what it is, and I don't care. Anyway, this is from February 7th, 2023. This one was at 3:21 p.m. I never seen it like 3:21, but I thought it was the one at 6. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, here is 1:33 GMT, Wednesday 8. So this came from Menta even later. Anyway, is the latest one of the day in the day. So Ukrainian Air Forces launches 9 strikes on enemy positions. The Air Forces of Ukraine launched 7 strikes on the areas of concentration of Russian military, as well as 2 strikes on the positions of their anti-aircraft missile systems. The General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine said this in an evening update published on Facebook. So evening update, so I know what that over there is. 3:21 p.m. really. And then they show me over there 8th of February. So it's already the day. So that's the evening one. I was concerned at one point. But anyway, and I'm quoting. During the day, the Air Force of the Defense Forces launched 7 strikes on the areas of concentration of personnel and military equipment of the occupiers/Russians, as well as 2 strikes on the positions of their anti-aircraft missile systems. Our defenders, Ukrainians, also destroyed a Russian Su-25 attack aircraft and an enemy Orlan UAV, end quote, the report says. According to the General Staff, Russian troops launched a missile attack on 16 airstrikes during the day, The aggressor carried out 14 attacks using multiple launch rocket systems, in particular on civilian objects, of course, of Ochahiv in Mykolaiv region and Antonivka in Kherson region. All right, I guess. The threat of Russian air and missile strikes on the entire territory of Ukraine remains high, the General Staff warned. In the Volyn, Polisia, Siverchnia and Slobozhanachnya directions, the situation has not changed. No enemy offensive groups have been detected. The areas of Zarutsnye, Popivka and Sadkiv in Sumy region and Strelecha, Morokovets, Zelny, Vovchan, Babu, and Kamyanka in Kharkiv region were shelled. So these are located. So I'm going to go to first the Oblast's map right here. So we know what we talk about. They talk about Sumy Oblast. Sumy Oblast is right here up north. So when they are talking about, and you want to see in the context of the war, right here is Sumy Oblast. This is under Russian control at this point, where you see this blue dotted line here. That's how far the Russians went, and they were pushed back, the same as here. So this is on the Russian control. Sumy Oblast is right here, northwest of Kharkiv, right here. Kharkiv is right here, and this is Sumy Oblast. I like it visual anyway. And when we went down here, saying that according to General Staff, Russian troops launched missile attacks on 16 airstrikes during the day. The aggressor carried 14 attacks using multiple launch rocket systems, in particular on civilians in Orchakiv and Mykolaiv region, and in Kherson. So Mykolaiv is down here, okay, and this is the Kherson area. So let's go back to this map. Kherson right here, Mykolaiv right here. Let me see, right here. So they launched here missiles, and now they're starting to talk about this here. So in Kupiansk and Liman direction, now Kupiansk and Liman, all right, the Liman is somewhere here, if I remember correctly. Let me see if I have it here. I saw it somewhere in Liman and Kupiansk. Let's see what information these guys give us about that one. So they go down from, as I said, from Kharkiv region, which is right here. They go down to Liman, somewhere up here, north of Bakhmut. Then they're gonna go down to Bakhmut, Avdiivka, Novopavlivka. Then they go to Zaporozhye and so on. Usually that's what they do. So in the Kupiansk and Liman direction, the enemy shelled the area of more than 30 settlements. And the settlements, among others, is Kremina, where the Russians were in deep doo-doo about a month ago, I think, at the beginning of this year. So that's in Luhansk. Oops. So in Luhansk is right here. So this is right here in this area, Liman and all these things. Or if you want to say this way, north of Bakhmut, right here. Let's go back to this article. Now, in the Bakhmut direction, and they tell us about a few settlements here. In Donetsk region came under enemy fire. In total, more than 15 settlements were shelled. So they talk about Donetsk and Bakhmut. Donetsk right here, south kind of right here, and Bakhmut is right here. This is Donetsk here. All right, so they go down. All right, next one. In the Zaporozhye direction, that's south of Bakhmut, south of Donetsk. So this is Zaporozhye right here. The power plant is right here. So the fantastic nuclear power plant, this is the area where it's at, this way. So in Zaporozhye direction, more than 20 settlements came under enemy fire, including Nivopil and about 10 others, all that in Zaporozhye region. And now we go in the Kherson region. The Kherson region is the lowest right here, north of Crimean Peninsula. So here is Kherson. The Russians have up to the Dnipro River. It's the left bank, which is right here. That's all they have from here. And this is, they used to have this, but they retreated here. They were pushed back to the Ukrainian offensive. I think it was in September. So September. In the Kherson direction, Russian forces attacked 17 settlements, including about all that in Kherson. As Ukrinform reported, from February 24, 2022, so last year, to February 7th, 2023, today, the defense forces of Ukraine eliminated about 133,190 Russian troops, including 1,030 soldiers over the past day alone. Again, just look at this map, and this is the other map. And then look at me. All right. So, as I said, I try to make this video short, just with a general information coming from the Ukrainians, and I know that's 8 offensives. That's what it was this morning coming from the Russian side. 5 are the same. It's like Donetsk area, including Zaporozhye, which is Bakhmut, Avdiivka, Novopavlivka, Liman, which is in Luhansk, and then Zaporozhye. These were 5, and then all this is according to the Ukrainians, not from the Russian side. And then they said the Russians have 3 offensive operations, all of them I think it was in Luhansk Oblast, and they're one after, it's very close to one another. I can't remember the areas, but anyway, that would make 8 of them. I think in Bakhmut is, I think, surrounded by this time, but we don't find about it yet. Tomorrow we're gonna find out, because all the articles that I've been reading in the past 8 years, Jesus Christ, days, they were going towards letting us know that it's all done. From, oh, we're not gonna retreat, we're not gonna surrender, we're not gonna give up Bakhmut, and up to I think we will leave Bakhmut and go to the new formed defensive lines behind it. Anyway, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just. See ya.